We've got to retest the previous structure on the higher time frames, go down to the 60-minute chart, continue our analysis. Eventually you will get hit with some knowledge if you keep showing up. Yeah, you can learn a lot here. I'll tell you what, there is no better way to learn. This is proven in any industry, any form of life. The best way to learn is to find someone that knows it, find someone that has already done it, and just listen to them or follow them. That's how I learned. I told you guys yesterday, I have no formal education on anything economics, anything finance, right? I switched my major from a business major freshman year because it just wasn't making sense to me. How did I learn? Well, because after I graduated college, right when the recession started and I couldn't get a job, I found a local millionaire who was an investor, and I went to his office every single day and I sat and talked to him for hours. It was basically a one-on-one version of the live room. I didn't get paid for it. There was nothing like that. I just said, hey, I've got nothing better to do during the summer, aside from whatever odd job I was doing. I'm just gonna sit there and I'll just listen. And here's the amazing thing, right? He would have meetings. He would have, other stuff to do. I would just sit there in the corner and listen. I would sit there in a meeting with him and some random person about some real estate investment or about some bills that need to be paid. I would just sit there and like a sponge, I would just take it all in. Some days we wouldn't even talk. He'd have meetings all day. I wouldn't even get a chance to ask him any questions. But I would just sit there and learn and sponge as much as I can, because you know why? Apparently this guy was successful. Did we share the same mindset on everything? No. But this guy had made millions from investments. I had made nothing from investments. Who better to learn from than someone that has proven success? So I consistently put myself in a position to learn every darn day until I eventually, earned his trust, and we started working together. Yeah. And by working together, I mean he forced me to overcome my fears and do what was needed to be done. Because I was scared. I didn't want to do any of that stuff. He's like, you just gotta effing do it. Stop being a punk. I'm like, yeah, but what if it doesn't work? He said, did I teach you anything, son? Easy to say when you've got $1 million, you can afford to lose some, right? You're a poor college graduate, I'm like, I'm thinking I can't afford to make a mistake. I was very wrong, because when you're young, that's when you can afford to make mistakes. I didn't learn that till later. I thought because I was young, I couldn't afford to make any mistakes, because how am I going to bounce back? Where in reality, I didn't have any responsibilities. I had no family, right? I had no real bills to pay, right? I had student loans, but I was in grad school, so those were deferred a couple years, and student loans have a very low interest rate anyway. So if I lost, I was already at basically the bottom. So you can, if you're already at the bottom and you fall, right, it's not going to hurt too much. I didn't think about it that way. You're already at the bottom, Akil. You're on the first floor. If you fall out the window, what, you twist an ankle maybe? You get up and walk back in the same window you jumped out of, right? I didn't think about it that way, but that's what he was trying to say to me. Be aggressive. Make mistakes. Make them now. That way you don't make them later when, where you're at, where I'm at now, where you got a wife, you got a kid, you got, mortgage, you got car notes, you got student loans, you got other bills, you got investment properties, you got a whole bunch of stuff that you can lose, people depending on you. Don't make the mistake now. That's why I'm very cautious now. That's why I'm very conservative in my trading now, because guess what? I can't afford to go broke. I can't afford to blow an account. If I blow an account, it is a life-changing experience. Like my life and the life of others will change immediately. that risk is no longer worth it. Where 10 years ago, 11 years ago, it didn't really matter. It was worth that risk to try and get in the game and learn. The reward was greater at that point. Now it's switched. Mary says, I am beneath the basement. I am in the Earth's core, Akil. It's hot. Hot. Cool thing about it, Mary, if you're in the Earth's core, all you can do is go up. No matter which way you dig, you're right in the middle. So all you can do is go up. It can only get better. All right, traders. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please show us by hitting that like button and subscribing by clicking the button right below. If you're looking for more educational content, feel free to head over to our TradingPower.com website or also take a look and you'll see more videos available for you. Have a good one.